Hi guys, Tom Frampton here from Mastering the Mix, and welcome to another mix walkthrough video where I show you what steps I take to get a song sounding its best. The results I get have opened the door for me to work with world-renowned artists and labels, and my independent clients are always impressed with the sonic transformation of their song. Hopefully, you'll learn something new to get your productions sounding better than ever. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to get more videos like this. And don't forget to grab the free trials of our plugins from the link in the description. Okay, today I am working on this track called Wanderlust by Wabasabi. I'm gonna start off by using levels here to check some of the intricacies of the mix. Listening to the mid, the side. Checking the low end there to see how it's positioned in the mix. I like to start from the drop and work backwards from there. Get the drop to the loudness that it needs to be, and everything else falls into place nicely from there. We're going to aim for around -9 short-term luffs. -0.1 decibels true peak here, so just adjusting the output of the limiter. A nice trick with FabFilter Pro L is that you can click Option and increase the gain, and it automatically decreases the output level. And when you rise up the gain like this, you can really hear the effect of the limiter, allowing you to fine-tune the look ahead, the attack, the release. It's a great way to find just perfect settings. So now my level is set, everything else now needs to be level matched as we go along. Gonna see if I can get a bit more punch out of this mix using a compressor here. Before and after is showing that it kind of beefs up those low mids and adds a bit more attack. The kick is punching through a bit nicer now. Before we get started on doing any EQ adjustments, we want to get a good frame of reference of what a good tonal balance is. Using reference tracks is perfect for this. The first thing I'm hearing is that really resonant, there we go, around 7,000 hertz. It's really sticking out in the mix there. combination of a cut with dynamic EQs could be a good option here. These kind of cuts can make a mix sound a bit thin in those regions, so we want to be really careful with how we do this. It's always better to do it in the mix, but when that's not possible, we want to be able to make these big changes in the master. At the end of the day, if it sounds better, you should go for it. There and adding a bit of punch at the same time. The main lead is a bit resonant and a few bits are sticking out of the mix, so I'm just using the dynamic EQ there to control it. Add a bit of top end to this mix, but it's not really working with the EQ. I'll see if I can make it happen with some expansion. So in Animate, I'll set the filter, adjust the amount to 100, make sure that the input signal is surpassing the threshold there. I want it to affect both the left and the right channels. There we go, that's picking up the hi-hats. See, it's just lifting out those hi-hats in a way that an EQ couldn't, without adding any harshness. It's subtle, but it makes all the difference. Just level matching my master to the original mix here. It's a lot purer and smoother. Knocking out that notch in around 7K was really important to fix this mix. A touch of stereo width now is just decongesting the sound as well. Listen for the main differences between the track that I'm working on and the reference track, and what steps are needed to get from A to B. pretty unconventional mastering curves going on here, some big cuts. But you gotta do what sounds right for the song. See, those resonant issues are really fixed now, sounding a lot more smooth. Now with bass drum, I'm going to adjust the low end, help it have a better balance in the context of the whole mix. Some really smooth filters there, allowing me to boost that low end without any transient smearing. Wow, there's a lot more body in the master now. See, now reference is showing that the low end is much more comparable with the reference track. From 0 to 200 Hertz there. These mids might be pushed just a little bit too much, so I'm going to bring that back. Master feels like a completely revitalized version of the original mix now. All these tiny moves all combined together for the greater good of the whole track. The other EQ is getting a bit busy, so pulling up a new instance of Pro Q3 here to try and further address that resonant issue. Like that, you sometimes have to boost around it to kind of beef up around the frequencies that you've cut. Notice how I'm constantly referring to the original mix and my reference track, just to make sure I'm constantly moving forward with the quality of the master. I'm going to see if I can add a bit more juice to the low end now. It's a big difference now between the mix and the master. Now I'm really happy with how the drop is sounding. Let's listen to the other parts of the song and see how the transitions progress. Sides are nice and clean. No low-end information there, which is good. Master sounding a lot richer there now. Not a great deal going on here, so the master chain doesn't have much of effect on this part of the track. Let's hear the transition between the build-up and the drop itself. Everything's sounding really great now. I'm super happy with how this one's turned out. I'm going to drop the bounce into expose, and we're going to first select the preset. Mastering for CD. And everything looks great. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to get more videos like this. And don't forget to grab the free trials of our plugins from the link in the description.